The death toll from Helene has now climbed to at least 130 people all across the southeast.
We know at least 25 people died in Georgia. On Monday, Governor Brian Kemp authorized 1,000 additional Georgia National Guard members to help respond to the damage in the state. North Carolina dealing with widespread destruction there.
In Asheville, it is being hit the hardest. People are still stranded and roads remain closed, making it difficult to deliver essentials. Emergency workers sending supplies by air, truck, and even mules. On Monday, President Biden said as many as 600 people are still missing.
I'm here to tell every single survivor in these impacted areas that we will be there with you as long as it takes. Your nation has your back, and the Biden-Harris administration will be there until the job is done.
Now, the president does plan to visit Asheville tomorrow to take an aerial tour of the damage.
National Correspondent Dan Grossman is on the ground in Asheville, North Carolina for us this morning. What's the scene like where you are, Dan?
Hey guys, good morning. Last hour we were standing here. It was a little bit more difficult to see, but now as the sun begins to rise at this 8 o'clock hour, you can really get a better idea of just the destruction that folks here in Asheville are dealing with. I'm about 6'2", and you can see wooden casings, chairs. These aren't things that were blown around by wind. They all swelled up with the rushing water as two of the main rivers here started to overflow and then come into the historic Biltmore Village where we are. We're going to show you just the force of the water. You think that 6 inches of rushing water is really all you need to wipe someone off of their feet? You can see the force of the water that was here. This is a water tower that is stuck in the middle of a parking lot entrance. Now, where that emanated from, we are not exactly sure, but it's toppled on its side, and it's clear that it traveled some degree of distance. So you think about the force of the water that was coming through the Asheville area, and it really gives you more perspective. The mud on the ground still shows all of the debris. This came in days ago, and there are still puddles everywhere. The road closures are massive and widespread. Now, one of the things that you always want to look for when you come to these flooding situations is a watermark. It kind of shows where the debris is on the side of the buildings. And right up here in the middle of this window is where you can see how high that water rose. Now, I told you I'm about 6'2". This is nearly twice as tall as I am. We're talking rushing water. There are videos of houses that were moved. We just showed you that water tower. Residents as well as officials spoke yesterday about just how much damage they're dealing with, and also some of the things that search and rescue crews are dealing with as they try to search for survivors.
All right, National Correspondent Dan Grossman, thank you.